No ghosts, no mirror demons, no other versions of people. Until it happened to me. It was just a regular Wednesday. I had just finished studying and it was almost midnight. I walked to the bathroom to brush my teeth. The house was quiet, everyone was asleep. Or, so I thought. While brushing, I heard footsteps outside the bathroom door. I glanced to the side and saw my sister Sarah passing by in the hallway. She smiled sleepily, waved, and said, "Good night." I smiled back, "Good night, Sarah." Then I looked at the mirror, and there she was, and still standing behind me. But something was off. She wasn't smiling. She wasn't moving. She just stood there, her head slightly tilted, her eyes wide open. Staring at me, I turned around. There was no one behind me. I felt something in my chest drop. I ran to her room, opened the door, and found her under the blanket, eyes closed, peacefully breathing. I shook her gently. "Sarah, are you awake?" She frowned. "What? No. I went to bed like half an hour ago. Did you come near the bathroom just now?" "No, why would I?" That made no sense. I saw her, I heard her. She talked to me, or at least I thought she did. I didn't sleep that night. Next day, I decided to check something. A few weeks ago, I had installed a small camera in the bathroom to record a TikTok tutorial. I forgot to take it down. Maybe it captured something. Maybe I was just tired or dreaming. I opened the footage, and what I saw made my stomach twist. The camera showed exactly what I remembered. Sarah walking past the bathroom door. She smiled, said goodnight, and walked away. But then, after she left, about 3 seconds later, another figure appeared inside the mirror. It was Sarah, or something that looked like her. But her eyes were dark. Not like no color dark, like empty. She didn't blink. She didn't move, just stared directly at the camera. Then very slowly, she smiled. But it wasn't Sarah's smile. It was too wide, too calm, too knowing. I stopped the footage. My hands were shaking. I ran to Sarah's room again. She was still asleep. I didn't tell her, not yet. Over the next few days, things got stranger. The mirror in the bathroom, I started avoiding it. One night, I caught a reflection of something standing behind me when there was no one in the room. Another time, I walked past the bathroom and heard whispering. I couldn't make out the words, but it sounded like my name repeated slowly, over and over. Finally, I decided to delete the footage. I was scared it might spread something, or I don't know. Maybe it was cursed, but then came the final straw. A week later, Sarah knocked on my door. She was pale. She asked, "Did you come into my room last night?" I said no. She said she woke up and saw me, or someone like me, standing at her mirror in the dark. "You didn't move," she whispered. "You just watched me through the glass. Then you turned around and disappeared inside it." We both moved out of that house 3 days later. But even now, sometimes in hotels and bathrooms, even in phone screens, I see her, my sister, or something that looks like her, watching me from the other side of the mirror. And still, she doesn't blink.
I'm going to tell you about the most terrifying place I've ever lived. My name's Adeline, and I was 22 when I moved to a new city to study and finally live on my own. But it is much money, so I found a cheap room in an old apartment shared with 2 other people. A quiet girl named Lena, and a local man who owned the place, Mr. Harris, and a bee. There were 3 rooms in the apartment. One, Mr. Harris said, was off limits. "This door stays locked," he told me. "Goes in. Personal reasons. I should have trusted my gut and walked away." Good. The apartment was ancient. Creaky floors. Old wallpaper that curled at the edges. But it was quiet. Lena rarely spoke. Good. She stayed locked in her room, and I figured she was just shy or tired of roommates. Following the 5th night, I started hearing noises from the locked room. It sounded like scratching, faint but steady, and like fingernails on wood. I stood outside the door. And Sue. As soon as I placed my hand on the handle, "Good morning," I asked Lena. Did you hear anything last night? Neshier. Don't ask questions. Just gonna leave that room alone. Curious. I searched the apartment address online. Good. And what I found chilled me. Going 6 years earlier, a couple had lived there. Good bit Bayer woman named Emily Carter and her husband Derek. Good. She was a university student. Good D. One day, Emily vanished. Derek told people she had gone to stay with family, but her mother hadn't heard from her. Emily had filed for divorce just days before. No body was ever found. Owing couldn't press charges. Anna fell down the stairs of the building. Anna some said it was an accident, but others whispered suicide or revenge. Add to that, every new tenant left within weeks. Complaints of strange noises, nightmares, and shadows that didn't belong to anyone. Going one night, the scratching came back, louder than ever, but now it was mixed with something else. Whispers, crying. But Mr. Harris was out. Lena had gone to visit her sister. I couldn't take it anymore. I remembered seeing a spare key in the kitchen drawer. Heart pounding, I crept to the hallway. Key in hand, the door loomed in front of me. I turned the lock. Click. Inside was dust, darkness, and on the walls, dozens of carvings, eyes everywhere. Boeing scratched into the paint. Watching. On the floor lay a shattered phone and a silver engagement ring. Then the door behind me slammed shut. But she was standing in the corner, barefoot, pale, eyes dark with pain. A young woman in a torn dress, blood smeared around her mouth, her neck bent unnaturally to the side. Her voice came like a broken whisper. Wouldn't let me leave. Who are you? An Alask. Frozen Emily. She stared at me with something between sadness and rage. He said. I made him look weak. He told me if I walked out that door, I'd regret it. And a hand pointing to the floor, I pulled back the dusty rug. Saw it. A trap going out, and called the police. When they opened the hatch beneath the floor, they found bones, fragments of clothing, a woman's bracelet, human remains. It was her. Mr. Harris was arrested. He confessed that Derek killed Emily during an argument when she told him she was leaving. Mr. Harris helped hide her body under the floor. B said he couldn't live with what they did, but he stayed. Locked the room, said nothing. But Emily never left. The apartment was condemned. No one lives there now. When I pass it, I still feel something. Lies watching me from that dark window. She didn't want revenge.